All right, here's a few things that you need to know about SSD recording on the LUMIX GH6 if you decide to go with that firmware update, firmware 2.2. It's actually 2.1, 2.2. You're able to go to the link in the description, click on that, download that firmware update onto a CF Express or SD card, whatever, to put in here and update the firmware on the GH6. All that to say, here's a few things that you need to know about SSD recording on the LUMIX GH6. If you're new here, my name is Caleb, and I've been doing freelance videos since 2012, and I've actually been using LUMIX cameras since the GH4. And if you want to learn more about LUMIX cameras, especially the S5, GH6, GH5, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Now, SSD recording on a hybrid camera like this, yes, we've had HDMI recording on like the Ninja, Atomus Ninja 5, that type of thing. But SSD recording through USB-C on a hybrid camera like this actually opens up a lot of possibilities for people because this storage, this type of storage is extremely affordable. And basically, you're going to be able to do unlimited recording on an SSD drive like this. Now, I don't know about you, but I had sticker shock when I went and saw the prices of CF Express cards. I mean, they're just outrageous, extremely fast, extremely durable cards, but SSD recording is going to open up this external recording option for a lot more people. And I think that is pretty exciting on a hybrid camera like this, especially the GH6, where you can shoot ProRes. Now, the raw features are still through HDMI, but ProRes 422 10-bit, straight to the SSD. Right now, there are only 3 specific SSD drives that are compatible with the GH6, so you want to take that into consideration before you go out and just start buying SSD hard drives. Right now, it's only the Samsung T5, the SanDisk E81, and the SanDisk E61, and only up to 2 terabyte drives. This is something that LUMIX is going to continue to add to, but right now, it's just those 3 drives that are compatible. So when you go look for SSD drives, make sure you are getting the right type, and I will have those 3 linked in the description. They are affiliate links, but if you use those links, that totally helps support this channel, which I appreciate, but I will have those links down there so you can check them out. Now, the installation of the firmware is not your typical LUMIX firmware update. Now, in talking with LUMIX, they said that this update from start to finish, by the time you go to the website and download the firmware and put them on your SD card, uploading it to the camera, it could take anywhere from 15 to 35 minutes. So if you see that dial just scrolling on your screen on the back of your GH6, just know that it's happening. It's just going to take a while. Now, once you have that firmware updated, you're going to have the option for USB recording. Now, if you have a new drive, you might need to go in and format it, and you'll have the little icon on your monitor to know that you are directly recording to SSD. A couple things to note is that the SSD recording will not be available if you are using an older style battery, like an older style GH5 battery. You need to use the newer battery that comes with the GH6. Another thing is that when you have USB recording on, all of your 4K 120, all those 120 options are going to be blacked out. You only have a max output of 60p. Hopefully that 120 recording will come in a future update so that we can record 4K 120 to the SSD, but right now the maximum output is 60 frames per second. Now, thanks to LUMIX, I did get this firmware update just a little bit early, and being able to record to that SSD has been really nice. I haven't done a ton of shooting yet with it, but just knowing that I virtually have unlimited recording to an SSD drive makes me very, very happy. All right, I'm just going to put some of the record modes up on the screen here so that you can take a look. And you'll notice with the USB recording that some of these are blacked out in the 120 range or 240 range. You're going to max out at the 60 frames per second. One of the things I'm most excited about is being able to have a longer record time with ProRes. And so you see here that all of these options are available with the USB recording, especially Cinema 4K up to 60 frames per second. Now, all raw recording is still going to be only through HDMI recording with the Ninja V, Ninja V Plus. But if you are a raw shooter, you are probably already HDMI recording. So if you have any questions about this latest firmware update, version 2.2, 2.1, 2.2 for the LUMIX GH6, make sure you let me know down in the comments. We can have a conversation started down there. Are you excited about this SSD recording? Are you going to be using it? Let me know down in the comments. Well, that's really all I have for this video. It'd be awesome if you have time, maybe stick around, watch one of the videos that's popping up on your screen right now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.